reasoning, follow back from the user, and human in the loop. So is there any framework right now that you should install?
Best way actually would look at it is you're all facilitating pieces, how we input together, agents, tools, how is the agent gets exposure to those things, and how we're storing the session data and stuff like that. So you got to evaluate based on what the level you are bringing. Are you starting with low code, no code? I mean, how deep are you going in the stack to actually,
That is that the structure of that data is different from company to company. And even within the company, there are, a million different data sets, right? And so when you build machine learning models, they are unique to the data set.
The AI compute is like doubling or tripling every year. And so we are seeing the next phase of Moonstar, right? That was this case. So yeah, it's really interesting stuff that's going on.
So we started from a point where we didn't have this data, and we had to work really hard to get a good quality and good coverage of data so that we could start training these models. I think if you want to use AI, you have to make sure that you have access to this data. I think the third point is also around retention of data. With GDPR and a lot of regulatory compliance, you cannot retain this data, but your annotated training data is going to be your bread and butter.
Represent information in very different ways, right? And you want to make sense of all of them, some of them, maybe with just one of them, right? That's the challenge that you deal with. So for each of these situations, you need to train your model, you need to evaluate your model, and then subsequently also look at other production aspects like latency and performance and accuracy.
I'll just get a little academic here for a second, please. How many people know about a job called knocker upper or upper knocker, either ways?
So the point is
Jobs don't go away, they get transformed.
You won't do AI for the sake of AI. And you really do AI for, well, it enhances the mission, or it helps the mission, or it increases the TAM for the product, or it does, a use case that we would have never imagined before, but, it sits in the same sort of area. And so that's how my approach to AI is not a FOMO mindset, and that's what I would recommend everybody to start thinking about this. I'm excited about the disruption this technology is creating.
There are product people who are using now AI tools to write software. And he said the beautiful thing is product people understand what they want to build, but they had to go and translate that to a software engineer. But now you see how a product person can actually build what he was envisioning to build. So I really feel this is going to be a new era of new kinds of jobs in AI.
Krishna, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on, as you're seeing AI being more widely implemented, what sort of unique security and observability challenges do these companies face?
Continuously look at the model outputs and compare it with what happened last week, or what happened when you train the model, and understand if there is any deterioration is happening, and that's essentially becomes a necessitating factor for monitoring the models, or being able to debug models.